in top gear ahead of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's visit to Niger State.
Cattle breeders pledge collaboration with federal government on prioritizing safety of Nigerians.
Muslim Ummah commence Ramadan fast as Sultan of Sokoto Muhammad Saad Abubakar announces sighting of crescent moon.
And on Good Morning Nigeria today, we shall discuss the 2024 Ramadan fast.
After sighting of the new crescent moon last night, signaling the beginning of the month of Ramadan 1445 in the Islamic calendar, Muslims in Nigeria, like their other Muslim faithfuls around the world, have entered into another period of intense religious obligations.
Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem.
Now, this is coming after perhaps 11 days before they did in the previous year, Ramadan. Ramadan, which the faithful believe is the month of spirituality and reflection, commences today. And there are indications it will end on April 9, 2024, culminating in Eid al-Fitr celebrations.
Exactly, Yari. And so we have to say Ramadan Kareem. And it's in order. Muslims around the world are expected to fast from sunrise to sunset during this period and also engage in activities that will challenge their self-restraint and bring them closer to Allah.
More than ever before, the rituals of Ramadan speak to the consciousness of an awakening, especially in times such as this. According to the 5 pillars of Islam, fasting during Ramadan is one of them. And this is hinged with the Muslim declaration of faith, 5 daily prayers, giving zakat, and performing the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca, Saudi Arabia.
Now, although fasting during Ramadan is compulsory for every male or female, there are exemptions, and they include children under the age of puberty, the aged, the sick, pregnant women, and breastfeeding mothers. For pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers, actually, they repay it after a period of time. But for the sick, they are exempted. It depends on what kind of sickness you have. Yes.
Well, as Muslims embark on this spiritual exercise, the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, under the leadership of its President General and Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has asked endowed Muslims in the country to extend acts of charity to the less privileged within their neighborhoods before, during, and after the month of Ramadan. The council also admonishes traders to neither hoard food products nor unduly hike the prices of consumer goods during the period of the fast. We have a panel of guests joining us shortly to speak on the 2024 Ramadan fast. Welcome to Good Morning Nigeria, the first for the week. It's a Monday, and we're glad you could join us. I'm Yenwe John.
What should be the central focus apart from the usual prayer, fasting, giving of charity, and religious devotions? These our guests will answer in the course of our conversation. I am Jumma Yusuf, welcoming you to the program where you're reaching you live on the network service of the NTA. And as usual, newspaper review will come shortly. But first, let's get the news highlights with Mina Daniels. Mina Daniels, Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem to you, Eric and Jermaine. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the news. The Sultan of Sokoto and President General Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has announced the sighting of the new month of Ramadan 1445 AH. The Sultan made the announcement at his palace in Sokoto after receiving and verifying reports of the moon sighting committees from across the country. He said Sunday is the 29th day of Sha'aban 1445 after the Hijrah, which is equivalent to 10th of March 2024. It marks the end of the month of Sha'aban. The Sultan said after receiving reports of moon sighting from Muslim leaders and organizations across the length and breadth of the country, which were duly authenticated and verified by the state and national moon sighting committees. Consequently, Monday, 11th March 2024 becomes the first day of Ramadan 1445 AH. He urged Muslims to pray for the leaders and the country for God's intervention to bring an end to the security and economic challenges facing the country. And ahead of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state visit to Niger State, scheduled for Monday this week, preparations are in top gear as the remodeling project of the airport terminal and coupling of farm machineries of different range and capacities have been completed.
To announce that all necessary measures have been meticulously put in place to welcome Mr. President tomorrow, the 11th of March 2024.
The federal government has reacted to the claim made by Senator Abdul Ningi, representing Bauchi Central, that two versions of the 2024 budget are being operated. In a statement by Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, the federal government says the only 2024 budget that is being implemented is the 28.7 trillion naira budget passed by the National Assembly and signed by the President. He explains that included in the budget are statutory transfers to the Judiciary, National Assembly, TED Fund, and others. Bayo Onanuga says the budget that President Tinubu signed into law on January 1st, 2024, as passed by the National Assembly, was 28.7 trillion naira, contrary to the view expressed by Senator Ningi, saying that there was no way the Senate could have debated and passed a 25 trillion naira budget that was not presented to the National Assembly. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, will on Monday inaugurate an ad hoc committee mandated to investigate the utilization of ways and means which has accumulated to 30 trillion naira. Also to be investigated is the implementation of the Anchor's Borrowers Program. A statement signed by the Chairman Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, explains that those invited to make submissions are the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, CBN Governor, Accountants General of the Federation, Debt Management Office, beneficiary MDAs, states and local governments, among others. The inauguration will be held by 12 noon. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has condemned yet another mass abduction of pupils in Sokoto State by terrorists. The abduction followed the previous ones in Borno and Kaduna State within 1 week, which the Speaker also condemned in strong terms. In a statement, Speaker Abbas notes that no Nigerian should be in captivity and charged the military and other security agencies to go after the abductors and rescue the victims. He says military might must be deployed to stem the tide of abductions, especially of women and children, at a time when the government is making efforts to address the high rate of out-of-school children. About 15 people were reportedly abducted from an Islamic school in Gidan Bakusu Gada local government area of Sokoto State on Saturday. Against the background of the security situation in the country, Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria has pledged to work with the federal government and relevant agencies to devise strategies that will prioritize the safety and well-being of all Nigerians. This was at the association's enlarged meeting of different groups of pastoralists in the country.
Involved in criminality, why is the media, some section of media, profiling us negatively? If it is our fault, how can we correct this fault? How can we address the issue of youth restiveness among the pastoralists? You have converged here, all of us, to see what can we do to supplement the effort of government in curtailing issues of criminality as it affects livestock development in the country.
And that's the news for now. Good morning, Nigeria continues after the break with Erie and Jermaine.